Battlefield 2042, and really Battlefield's greatest strength at the moment right now, is being buried and laying dormant underneath the rest of the game. And it's kind of sad, but I think there is a fix to it, and we're going to discuss that today. So without further ado, remember, if you do enjoy today's video, don't forget to leave it a nice, thick, and juicy like as always. Of course, if you enjoy this kind of content, you want more like it, hit that big red juicy subscribe button right underneath the video. Also got to thank my channel members. Yes, I make these videos possible. If you want to join, get access to the exclusive perks that they get, then be sure to check out that blue join button. Anyway, let's begin. So what is this mode? Well, I think it's pretty obvious. This is Battlefield Portal, and I think a lot of people misunderstand Portal and all that it can offer. I know some people view it simply as a nostalgia trip, but you can do so much with just the base 2042 content. So many different experiences on offer to be created by the community, and I think we've really seen a need for Portal to get some of its issues fixed. Now, the main issue with Portal right now is, of course, the lack of XP gains in non-official Portal servers. Now, the reason this has become an issue, especially of recent, is with the kind of removal of Rush from Battlefield 2042 in an official manner. Now, why is this an issue? You might be thinking, oh, well, why not just go into Portal and make a Rush server however you want it to be on whatever rotation of maps you want it to be. That would just, you can just do that. Well, the problem is they cap XP in custom Portal servers, so you can only make so much XP before it's just kind of gone, or at least they limit the amount that you can get per round. So it's a very slow way to actually progress, and this of course was to limit XP farms. Now there's a couple of ways that I think they can go about this, and then I have a kind of ultimate solution for Portal at the end of the video. First things first, one of the simpler solutions I think for this issue to help keep XP farms at bay, but to also help people go and make custom Portal servers that are not XP farms, is to just either cap the amount of XP you get for killing AI soldiers, because that's really what people doing XP farms are doing, or you just remove the ability to gain XP from AI soldiers in general. I don't think a lot of people are going in to farm AI soldiers, or at least if they are, I don't know why you wouldn't just go to the co-op mode in the game and do it that way. It just seems really, really pointless and unnecessary, but people that are XP farming are going to be your best and brightest. That's okay. Now, this is an issue, number one, because I don't want to see the Portal list full of XP farms. That was a huge issue at the start of the game's life cycle, and it does take up the amount of slots that are available for Portal to be able to show to you. So if you remember, the entire server list seemed to either be XP farms or milsim servers at the beginning of the life cycle. Now it's just milsim and zombie servers. Not that there's anything wrong with those other two, but I feel like you should have the ability to open up Portal for so much more creativity and give it to where the community has so many more options to get creative with Portal. I remember one of my favorite experiences in Portal when the game first launched and we didn't have this XP issue was jumping into 128 player Rush using 2042 assets and specialists and everything like that, but it was on Bad Company 2 Rush maps. So it was just absolutely insane chaos, and sure, it was a bit over the top because cramming 128 players on maps fit for, I think it was like 32 was the original number. It's gonna be a little crazy, but it was fun nonetheless. It was just one of those cool modes and cool experiences that Portal can bring to you, and I was still getting full XP from the experience, which was very nice. Of course, I got to progress my weapons, my specialists, and my overall rank just by playing that mode, and it was just enjoyable. And I think a really good sort of ultimate solution for the game is to just make Portal its own whole game. And I'm sure people are going to be like, well, how are you going to support it? You're going to really charge people to add more to Portal? I think it could come down to whatever new games come out, those assets are just, I guess, maybe transferred to Portal or something like that, that makes Portal kind of its own thing and its own fully supported client. Things like that, because there's so much here. There's so much potential for Battlefield Portal. It really is unlimited, and even if there are aspects of a game like 2042 that people don't like in the base multiplayer, we could have gone into Portal and changed things up to where we can have the experience that we want. And if you get enough people in the community to agree on certain things, you could have some really poppin' Portal servers that are really, really fun. I mean, just imagine right now being able to get a server where we, I don't know, what are some of the things we could have had servers without the bolt, could have had servers without armor plating, could have had servers without these prone Boruses laying everywhere. Just things that a lot of people would consider a nuisance in the game right now, or things that might be or might have been overpowered at the moment. You could have Portal servers that basically just fix that by creating them and removing that particular item, and you can still play 2042, but you don't have to worry about some of the overpowered issues, some of the balance balancing issues. You can really go in and work it how you want it, and that is such a special thing with the game. So that's why I think if they make Portal kind of its own thing, leave the tools in the hands of the community, you don't have issues such as rush getting taken out of the game, because people can just go and create their own rush experiences with, you know, full progression and everything like that. You give so much more freedom to the players in that way, and right now that freedom is being neutered because of the lack of XP gains. People just don't want to go and play it because they know they're not going to progress. I mean, I'm sure there's some people who just aren't aware of all the things you can do in Portal, and maybe they're just not aware of how to make a Portal server or don't want to take the time to do it. But there's so much potential with Portal and all the things you can do in it that the fact that you can't progress properly in it is a major hindrance. I really don't think we've even scratched the surface of the potential that Portal has, and the fact that it's getting buried under the rest of 2042 is honestly a shame, because this is one of the coolest things I think I've ever seen from any game ever. It's buried under so much else that is wrong with 2042 right now, that it's being wholly ignored despite how awesome and how much potential that it does have. Anyway, that's my thoughts on Battlefield Portal. Let me know down below what you guys think about Portal. Do you think that it deserves more attention? Do you think it deserves more love? Should it be its own standalone game? And do you think it should be supported? Or do you think that it should go down with the rest of 2042? Let me know, and I will see you guys in the next video.